All right. If you get me into an excitement mood, you definitely know the weekend has just approached and we are ready to go. But away from that, it's time for the news hour to check out what is happening from the world of business, and that is the updates. We give you all the latest from the updates. Let's kick right into it. 6 Ugandan Arabica coffee producers were yearning for the position in a cupping competition jointly organized by the Uganda Coffee Development Authority, the British High Commission Kampala, and the Uganda High Commission in London. The competition attracted 50 samples from various Arabica coffee producers countrywide. 5 judges from Uganda and 5 from the United Kingdom judged the top 6 Arabica coffee samples. In a speech, Julius Motto, the Uganda High Commission to the UK, said he was so excited about the partnership between Uganda and the United Kingdom. This will help create more jobs and help in value addition to farmers in the supply chain. Padison Mobere reports.
6 Ugandan Arabica coffee producers were yearning for the position in camping competition jointly organized by the Uganda Coffee Development Authority, the British High Commission Kampala, and the Uganda High Commission in London. The top 6 samples came from Zombo Coffee, Kala Mogosk Women Empowerment Ltd, Masha Quality Holdings, and Funzo Coffee, where Bronze Coffee Limited took the lead. In his speech, Julius Muto, the Uganda High Commissioner to the UK, said he is so excited about the partnership between Uganda and the UK, saying this will help to create more jobs and value addition to farmers in the supply chain.
Which I will change into coffee collaboration, because we should collaborate more than we compete in order for us to share the values in the sector. And I also want to thank Uganda High Commission in London that have been on the forefront, working together with the British High Commission in Kampala to make sure that this event happens. We are finally here. So this is all I have to say. Let the partnership continue building on the energies that has so far been put in.
Officials from the British High Commission said that they are currently working hard to publicize Ugandan coffee to the UK market. 95 million cups of coffee are consumed in a day by the people in the UK, and this totals to $1 billion annually.
It's the culmination of months of work, bringing together a coffee competition. We had 62 applicants for the best coffees in Uganda, ready to be exported to the UK market. We've whittled that down, not through us, through professional cuppers supplied by the UCDA, down to 6 winning coffees. And these coffees are now being cupped simultaneously in the UK and here in Kampala to find a winning single coffee. And the prize from us will be an entire package of support to that winning coffee, including speciality branding ready for the UK market. But it's not just about the prize. What we want to do through this competition is really increase the publicity in the UK, but also here in Uganda, about quality Ugandan coffee and speciality Arabica coffee in particular. Do you know, farmers here, if you don't specialize, if you don't either go into speciality Arabica or even speciality Robusta, then you will earn around 1,000 shillings per kilo for the coffee that you produce. If you do some very basic changes to how you harvest, how you post-harvest, how you dry your coffee, how you brand your coffee, you can raise that income to 6,000 shillings per kilo, 6 times what you're currently earning. And we really want to get that message out there, that sometimes we focus on volume, but actually it's as important to focus on value. What really interests me about coffee in Uganda is that Arabica is a well-known speciality, but actually speaking to coffee growers in the sector, that actually Robusta offers also opportunities to increase the value that we extract from Robusta. So there are now speciality Robusta beans that you can buy that get you a much higher income again. And again, that's about how you harvest, how you deal with post-harvesting, and how you ensure you extract value from Robusta. But again, my challenge to the sector.
The Minister of State for Agriculture, Honorable Fred Bwino Chakulaga, commended Uganda's coffee trade partnership with the UK and support extended to ensure that coffee, one of the country's best products, gets into the UK market.
Both in Kampala and in London. I'm honored to join you this afternoon as we celebrate the producers of Uganda specialty Arabica coffee who have participated in the inaugural specialty Arabica coffee cupping competition. The coffee exports were the highest ever. And in most months, the export was in excess of 700,000 bags of the same weight, 60 kilograms each. This is a record achievement from the monthly average of just a mere 400,000 bags previously attained. Arabica coffee has also been increasing. The Arabica coffee export has also been increasing from about 740,000 million bags, 0.74, meaning 740,000 bags to the current 1 million, 0.1 bags.
He adds that it is the government's desire to ensure that the great strides so far made in the coffee subsector will lead to even a greater accomplishment, including meeting the target of producing 20 million bags of coffee by the year 2025 through intervention such as this competition.
Is our country's desire, and the leadership of this country has been of the same desire. And his assent to the National Coffee Act 2021 on the 21st of August 2021, and his passion for value addition are testimonies of his unwavering will as the political leader here. This is also reflected in the NRM manifesto for the period 2021 to 2026. We are confident that as we continue to strengthen the trade relations between Uganda and the United Kingdom, and as demand for quality Uganda coffee grows in the UK, farmers will be empowered and poverty levels will definitely reduce with increasing farm incomes. Smallholder farmers will transform into commercial farmers with full knowledge of the domestic and global market dynamics. Last but not least, I wish to appreciate the media for the role they continue to play in disseminating vital information on Uganda's coffee industry to the public, both locally and internationally, through their various platforms. Let us work together to tell the story of Uganda's great coffee.
The winners of this competition were very excited for this opportunity.
It's about commitment. I've been so much committed to what I do. I always want to strike at excellence. So I do a lot of trials in coffee, with the exception of 3 processes. I do natural, washed and honey coffee, but majorly naturals and washed coffee. So, but I've always committed so much, all my energies in the processing, with a strong faith to do the best that can stand alone as the best coffee, and this is it. First of all, what I expect is I believe now more and more buyers will come, because honestly speaking, we've never done a lot of exports. This is Bros Coffee is a small company that we started 2011, and we've been so much engaged in micro coffees, small coffees, not so much commercial coffees. So we expect now good, big market, so many buyers, and we're able to increase the capacity of our best coffees. Currently, we work with around 361 farmers only, specific farmers only with good farms, with good management practices, and we bring our coffee together and process from one station.
This partnership is as well aiming at promoting and raising interest in quality Ugandan coffee within the ultimate goals of increasing coffee exports to the United Kingdom, which is in line with the National Coffee Roadmap that seeks to brand coffee locally and internationally, as well as to increase.
Sounds of Pedison Mumbere over there, and the winners of this competition are having ready market for their products in the UK, and it's high time, I guess, if we can have products or we have market for our exports in the United Kingdom. It is giving a motivation for our local farmers to continue with the hustle away from that. Now, this partnership is aiming at promoting and raising interest in quality Ugandan coffee with the ultimate goal of increasing coffee exports to the UK, which is in line with the National Coffee Roadmap that actually seeks to brand Uganda coffee locally and internationally and to increase structured demand. Okay, meanwhile, let's move on to the next story. The Uganda Law Society has appealed to its members for assistance to settle medical bills for one of their colleagues, Anthony Wameli. In a statement issued by the Uganda Law Society Council, the council chaired by Fiona Wall-Nabasa states they have learned that Wameli's long stay and treatment in the United States of America is very costly and has taken a toll on the family. More of the details.
The Uganda Law Society has appealed to its members for assistance to settle medical bills for one of their colleague, Anthony Wameli. Although it's not clear how much Wameli bill is, since September 2021, Wameli has been bedridden at Boston Medical Center in Massachusetts, in the United States of America, where he's currently battling with stage 4 cancer. Wameli, the head of the National Unity Platform's legal department, had earlier been admitted in the same hospital during the month of June and July this year. In a statement issued by the Uganda Law Society, the council chaired by Fiona Awol, the president of the Uganda Law Society, states that they have learned that Wameli's long stay and treatment in the United States of America is very costly and has taken a toll on the family. A few weeks ago, Wameli indicated that it was difficult to estimate how much has so far been spent and what is expected to spend, but what is known is that the skyrocketing of the bill is expected. On September 10, 2021, the Uganda Law Society named Wameli as the criminal defense lawyer of the year. The Uganda Law Society annual general meeting also voted Wameli and Company Advocates, which employs 8 advocates, as the law firm of the year.
I guess if we look at the news hour, roughly, I think let's finalize with one more story as we head out of the news hour in regards to the business stories, because clearly we're heading into the weekend and it is high time for someone to get to understand how life is evolving, by the way, that you need to stretch out your limits and become the best that you can ever become. And away from that, lastly, from our news hour, a U.S. government agency has delayed the disbursement of $500 million, which is roughly 53.97 billion Kenyan shillings, a loan to finance the entry of, this is $500 million of loan to finance the entry of a Safaricom-led consortium into the Ethiopian telecoms market, citing uncertainty over the ongoing unrest in the country's Tigray region. More of this story.
The
U.S. International Development Finance Corporation said it was still weighing the escalation of armed conflict in the Horn of Africa nation before it could release the loan. The financing had earlier been thrown into doubt after the U.S. Senate financer threatened to recall the loan following allegations of acts of violence against civilians in Tigray. U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken, who is the DFC board chair, has said the current environment in Ethiopia is backed by credible reports of armed forces committing acts of violence against civilians, including gender-based violence and other human rights abuses and atrocities. The deepening conflict in Ethiopia could force DFC to pause the investment and push the telecoms companies to source the cash elsewhere and get greater cost. The Safaricom consortium had agreed to take the $53.9 billion loan from DFC to help with acquisition of development costs. The war is threatening the stability of Ethiopia, Africa's second most populous country, seen by Kenyan major companies, including Safaricom, as a promising frontier for investment. The conflict has kept investors on edge even when it has triggered a hunger crisis, leaving millions of people in need of humanitarian aid. The previous U.S. attempts to pressure the warring factions, including visa restrictions against Ethiopia-Eritrean officials, have not been successful. The Biden order allows the U.S. Treasury Department to impose sanctions if steps are not taken soon to end 10 months of fighting. The Safaricom-led consortium, which also includes British Development Finance Agency, CDC Group, and Japanese Sumitomo Corporation, received a telecommunications operator license in Ethiopia in July this year after incorporating a local company, setting a stage for Kenya's largest telco to start operations in the market of over 10 million people.
Away from the news hour, coming your way on Smart Means Business, we're going to do a throwback to an exclusive. I sat down with Cute Kaye the previous week on the show, and we discussed a lot. We discussed the career, we discussed music, we discussed drugs, we discussed charity, and a lot more. And I guess it is high time we rewatched this. For anyone who actually missed out, I guess we should actually get this particular one, and after that we can actually pick out from there. I sat down with Cute Kaye, and he told us more of this. It is what is coming up after the break. We get up close and personal with Cute Kaye.